How to hang drywall part 2. So here we are, getting our mud, Home Depot. You have to put some water in there and mix it. The other thing is that you want to clean the edges of where you're going to tape and float. Here I've gotten to one part where we've put the tape in and we've started floating it. You always want to put the mud first, then the tape, and then a layer of mud on top of the tape. And then try to get it as smooth as possible. Other side, already done. First pass. Now here is where we had already put the mud in the corners, and now we're taping it. The tape will stick to the mud that you already have in place. And you want to do the best you can to get that tape onto the mud and in the corners as best as possible. After it's all in place, you want to then put mud on top of the tape and make it as smooth as possible along that tape, good enough to where it sticks and it dries. Then you want to, once you've done it all, you want to, it's at least a 2-day job where you first put the first pass and then you let it dry, because if you just keep doing it, it'll crack. So the next day, once it's dry, you can put a second layer of mud, and then this is where we're going to float it and make it look nice and even. Now this is after you've done your second day of taping and floating and covering all the holes and gaps, the next and last thing is to put the texture. And with this hopper, you will be able to put the texture on the drywall and on the work you have. Here we have the hopper adjustment to where you can get the different types, or turn and dial to get the different types of texture that you might want. I didn't want, I wanted a bumpy texture, and so after we tested it, here we are pouring the mud after we've mixed it with water, a good consistency, into the hopper. You will want to test it to make sure it's a texture that you like. And what we did was get a cardboard and spray it against the cardboard. Once we sprayed it on the cardboard, I inspected the texture and I was happy with it. And here we are, getting all the corners first. You can see that texture just spraying onto the wall. And really, all of a sudden, all of those imperfections that were there are all covered. And here we are spraying the rest of the wall. You can see the texture that I ended up with. Have a good day. Please like, comment, or follow if you enjoyed or found the video helpful.